Don't let me be too smooth or self-effacing or whatever you need to believe me. Just don't. Don't react to whatever I'm doing, because I'm not really doing anything. I might be doing some things on different levels for sure. Everyone always is. We got subconscious, we've got highest good, or whatever we have. Everyone's got an agenda. My agenda is basically to stop people from being assholes to each other. Sure, that's a big lofty one that can go real evil. But I'm not going to do it with force. And I'm not going to do it by leadership per se. I'm not a master, I'm a marshal at best. I'm trying to rally the troops and say, you guys figure this shit out, please. And also, whatever I have to offer, I will. I'm not in charge of anything. I have friends who've gone that guru route a little. And it's a little dark and nasty to me. It's like, okay, so these people think that they're living in this world of light and happiness and perspective of a higher sort. And oh, you need to stop smoking cigarettes because you're simply killing yourself and all these things. You know what? Life is messy. We get to do whatever we have to do to get by, as long as we are only doing it to get by and not doing it to replace life, I think. I'm just telling you what I think. I'm just talking shit. I'm talking things I've seen. I've apparently got a nice... No, okay, that was a piece of chicken, I guess, right? That's gross, right? Or, you know, hey, I'm going to have a good meal. Don't dwell on the things that make you feel bad, per se. But don't go too happily into the light, because the light could be a bug zapper. And that's happened all through history. I'm not going to be light. If anything, I'll be like a warm glow of the forge. You know, right? I like that metaphor, like the craftsman. Like, I lived in a cave for 20 years in my marriage. People would call me for advice. I'd make them tools, or I'd help them in a situation, because I like to help. I like to be useful. Everyone likes to be useful. Doesn't mean I'm the only answer, or I'm right, or I'm infallible. I'm plenty fucking fallible all the fucking time. Today's just a good day, so I did a shitload of videos because I'm in a good place. Tomorrow I could be miserable. I might meet somebody that sees a video of mine. They'd be like, "He was a total asshole to me." Sometimes I'm an asshole. That's it. I can be an asshole and judge it. You know, just judge it with discernment, not judgment, because no one's any one thing all the time, and no one's incapable of being anything, per se. I say per se a lot because, you know, there's nuance to everything. Like, you know, you can't really become something you're not. But that's not a good thing either. You don't want to become something you're not, because then you lose yourself and you lose your role, the place that you were supposed to be in life. I shouldn't be president. I can't even be a dog catcher. I shouldn't be given authority, per se. I can run a game of D&D. I can write games. I can run any, like, RPG. I can organize parties and have fun. But I'm not going to be telling people how to run their countries, even if I have ideas. Because, I mean, all of us nerds, we have ideas. We think, oh, well, if only people would listen to us, everything would be better. Nah, really. There's, like, all that table flipping shit you see on the internet. Oh, I didn't win, so I'm going to destroy. There's a little bit of stuff that nerd people, like myself, we need to work on. We can't just trust ourselves so fully. In fact, no one should trust anyone 100%. Trust, but verify. Test things. That's the only way to really verify. You can't just go do research and, like, well, what kind of person was he? You're going to see, if you look me up, you'll see all the fucking flame wars I've ever in. But you won't see the fact that one of the biggest flame wars I was ever in became, like, my best friend. Because he was a higher person in that situation. He was, like, trying to help. And he talked to me. It was like a perception of plagiarism when he'd gotten screwed over by his artist. Okay? And so he became a good friend. Really good friend. Because he talked to me and said, hey, dude, I get what you're saying. 100%. It looks wrong. But here's who I am. And I said, oh, shit, you're actually a person, not just a person on the end of the internet. I used to get in a lot of flame wars, especially when I was sick. So you're going to see that shit, but you're also going to see some cool ideas, but some of them are maybe a little douchey. Like, I wrote this thread years ago. You're a tool. That's right. You, personally. Oh, my God. I cringe at myself. A little, but I'm not too worried about it because it led me to where I am. Okay? I was trying to tell people how to make themselves useful to others because I was learning that lesson at that time. Not to just be afraid to try to help, even if we're going to fuck it up. So, you know what? There are people out there who should be leaders, and they will be. But don't work. I'm afraid, and I don't trust people who specifically seek out leadership roles or power roles just to have the power. I mean, you have to have a better motivation behind yourself before you start doing stuff like that. And mine will never be that good. My purest motivation is not necessarily good enough to be a leader or to tell anyone how to do anything. All I can do is say, I saw a map and I'm making a game, and look how this works a little. Maybe I got part of it. Maybe it's workable for my game, but it's not real. It's not 100% real. It's just enough to get someone started and someone to react to it even and say, that's totally wrong, but here's how it really is. Fuck it. I'm not going to sit in my bedroom for another 20 years, even though right now at work I kind of sit in a bedroom, a big-ass bedroom full of beds, and I sell them. Life is a story to me. My metaphor is that it's a story, and I kind of skipped a conclusion earlier that I want to get out just today. I'm probably not going to be making a lot of these videos tonight because we're playing a game. We're going to have a hell of a good time. So this little bit, remember I told you about the mother thing? I had two stories. My mother abused the shit out of me, and she was taken away from me on my birthday. Combining those into one story is I got out of hell on my 7th birthday. I got out of hell. And back to that other thing I keep saying, because this is so important to me. When you get out of hell, don't take that piece of hell with you and start giving it to other people. Okay? I don't want your hell. No one wants your hell. You're suffering. We want to alleviate it. Yeah, good people want to alleviate suffering, but making people come down and suffer with you just to help you, people should choose to go down and suffer with you. But the second you're trying to drag them down with you to be like, you have to understand my shitty perspective, they already do, probably. They just know that it's not a good place to look at the world from, and they're not going to come down there with you. People like Jesus have the power to do that. I don't. Never would, never can, anymore. I used to try. I'm like, listen, you're having a shitty day. Let me go have a shitty day with you. And I'd end up having a shitty day and being worse than the person. Or I just started off in a shitty place and I dragged someone else down with me. So yeah, don't get dragged down with anybody. Me, nobody. People are trying to lift you up and they're doing it right, and they're not telling you, oh, you need to have a higher perspective on meat. We're all stuck in a universe where you have to kill something to survive. And that's shitty. Anyone know a way to fix that for real? Cool. Please. But right now that's where we are, and you know what? Bacon is delicious. I'm not Jewish. I'm not gonna be Jewish. I have a respect for various mystical and spiritual and scientific traditions and thought, philosophy. I have a respect for all of it. But I'm not a joiner, never have been. I don't want anyone to be a joiner to me. God, that's so fucking lame. Fuck you. Go do your thing and let me follow you once in a while. We can follow each other. It's not going to be the blind leading the blind anymore, though. I hope. And yeah, some of us, everyone who knows this shit for real, not the people who think they're gurus and can enlighten the world. You can't enlighten the world. I can't. No one can. Because people have free will. You try to take their free will and subsume it to your own, and that's where you become the villain. Got it? I'm going to start pointing your shit out, too. Every fucker out there who thinks they know life, we don't know life. Best we can do is know our situation. We can know where we are right now. I'm on a place called Valhalla Highway. That's why I said highway to heaven. I've been looking for Valhalla my whole life, in a way. Place to rest. And I rested. I'm ready to get back into the battle in a different kind of way. We're gonna rally the troops. I don't even know what the war's about, but we're gonna do better. Life's gonna be better for me and my family and all the people connected to me. People I hurt. People hurt each other. It just happens. It's called friction. You know, it's called jostling. It's called sometimes you just can't take something and you explode. But the best thing you can do is try to defend people from yourself without destroying yourself. And if sometimes that means not being around those people who can't deal with your level of intensity. That's all it is, intensity, right? I'm not saying, because honestly, some of the people I've hurt have been very wise and very awake. But we disagreed on fine points, and that's okay. And we're going to disagree. Everyone disagrees. But maybe we can find a way to understand that even though I disagree with what you're taking from that, I see that you have a valid perspective, and there may be something there that I should explore. Because we're not trying to be each other. We're not trying to be like the same, right? Everyone becomes the same, and then you lose everything. So there's two different ways of getting equality, I think. You get equality by shaving everyone down to the same size, tiny. Or you get equality by respecting everyone's differences. Period. And that includes the people who want to say shitty things about people's differences. Because sometimes they're saying it for a way to reach the people who are still not there. You can say a jokey thing as long as your heart's not in it. That's what comedy's for. That's what it is for. And that's what metaphor is for. If I write a villain who does shitty things, I have to access something. But maybe I'm not accessing the whole villain. I'm just taking a dark part of myself. And I write a character that would do that kind of thing based on the perspective that I see. Because no matter how much I can see other people's perspectives, I'm never going to occupy those perspectives. I've been all over the map, mentally and spiritually and whatever. And the thing about me saying I'm smart, if you're strong, say you're strong, but make sure you do something with it. It's not bragging to acknowledge your capabilities. It's such a sick thought that people try to implant in each other. Oh, you're bragging. Oh, the proud nail gets hammered down. All that bullshit. It's not about pride. It's about taking responsibility for what you're capable of and actually doing it to improve things for people. And not thinking you're the only one who's going to improve life. No one gets to be the hero of everybody. Some people's going to hate me. People already hate me. Like, it's fine. I used to be so worried about people's opinions and people's perspectives on me, as if they defined me. No one can see my perspective, except a few people who can see most of where I'm coming from. And they're like, that's pretty good over there. You got these things that you got to work on. Please stop talking so goddamn much all the time. You know, not really. They might not say. Some people in the second circle might be that way. Oh, you talk too much. But I'm talking and listening at the same time, and I can listen while I'm talking. It's a weird thing. I have two channels, kind of, you know? And so it sounds like I'm talking all the time because most people are too polite to keep talking. And I lose track of that when I get really obsessed with like a thought or a series of thoughts. And I'm bouncing off of what they're doing, and I'm kind of seeing what they might be doing ahead sometimes. Sometimes I'm totally wrong though. See? I'm not perfect. I have flaws. Every fucker in the world has a flaw. Anyone who tells you they don't or that so-and-so doesn't, no. I mean, do you really want people to be like objectified or put on pedestals around you? Is that your life? Is that why you want to be below everyone all the time? No, let's be equal. Let's be equal. Some people know more about certain things than others. Those people should be given the due respect that they've earned. But you don't have to do that either. Like, I'm not talking about me. Don't give me the respect, you know? Like, but if I give you something, give me something in return. Because we got something to say. Every single person has something to say. My fucking tooth is broken. That's okay. I'm going to fix things. I do repairs. Sometimes the repairs stick, sometimes they don't. See you later.